Hello, Albert Steintime here, and today we're going to be looking at one of these flat earth videos. Here is the first question: how do we see the sun, the science that we see it? Let's take a closer look at what we're told. NASA says the sun is about 93 million miles away. Yes, there's absolutely no proof other than NASA's word. Well, there is proof. If you go to Wiki or any of the other science websites, you can find out how NASA or other scientists calculate how far away the sun is. It's quite complicated, but it's basically a triangle is one way of doing it. So this idea that there's no proof is total nonsense. He has no proof because he has not looked, but there is proof. Let's go on. The sun is 85,000 miles across, 875. There's absolutely no proof other than NASA's. Well, once again, the calculations are out there. The speed of light is 186,000 miles a second. Two guys figured this out with oil-burning lanterns on separate mountain peaks, flashing light signal and timing it with their stopwatches, question mark. Well, you know, today we have lasers, we have very accurate atomic clocks. So why do these guys bring in these straw man stupidity? Why do they feel they have to do this? It's all this exaggeration and metaphor, and they don't speak in scientific terms, they speak in emotional terms. This is an emotional thing. He feels the need to have to create a straw man at this point. We don't do that in science. We don't create straw men. We analyze the data calmly and coolly, without any metaphor, without any exaggerated language, without any straw men. But these guys have straw men in their heads all the time. We continue. And this is also typical. Well, they do little pictures of people's faces, or somebody laughing, or laughing noises, and all this kind of stuff. They need it. It's the only way they can make things convincing. Well, in science we do it another way, with convincing arguments, not with laughter, not with metaphor, not with straw men, not with funny faces or loud music. We do it with argument. Right, 8 minutes away, that's right. The sun was right next to the Earth. At the size NASA said it would look like this. What do you mean it would? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, fair enough. That's correct. Because of the distance. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's right. Now, according to NASA, the sun is about 8 minutes away. Yeah, that's right. If moving the sun if a moving sun is just 8 minutes away, it reduces the size to this. That's right. Fair enough. How much smaller would the sun appear by moving it double the distance? Or better still, let's move it about 8 times the distance, which is about a light hour. Okay, fair enough. Say about 60 minutes, which is what it's saying. And that makes it 669 million miles, right? It would shrink in size 8 times the magnitude shown earlier. And that's just moving at 1 light hour. Okay, fair enough. NASA tells us we can see stars similar in size to our sun that are not a light day away, not a light week away, not a light month away, but millions of light years away. All right. Okay, let's just check that. He said millions of light years away. The nearest star, millions of light years away. Let's have a look. There it is there. The inner binary appears to the unaided star. Proxima Centauri alone claims the honor of being the true nearest stellar neighbor at only 4.2 light years away. What did he say? He said, let's go back, millions of light years away. Why do they have to do these lies? Why? What is all this straw man? Why did they do it? Every time I see these flat earth videos full of this kind of straw man scheiße, I don't get it. They're just, there's only one word for it, they're stupid. That's it. Stupid people make up straw men in their heads. Smart people calmly look for the facts. 4.25 light years away. Millions of light years away. Okay. We continue. Yeah. And if there are any stars that far away, you will use a telescope. You would use the Hubble telescope to find them. You won't see them with the naked eye. If there are stars which are so far that your eye cannot see them. That's where you have a telescope. Okay, let's just continue. Light does not travel these massive comprehensive distances. And the reason that light does not travel these massive incomprehensible distances is because he has tested it. This guy is a scientist and he has tested it, and he can totally refute NASA and all the rest of the scientists and the cosmologists and the astronomers, because he's tested it. He has all the equipment at his place. Yeah, sure. Very sad, all this. Very, very sad. Well, objects moving into, what's this? Objects moving into the distance reduce in visual size very quickly and become visible over a relatively short distance. Well, let's see what he's talking about. Okay, so he has a ball. Right. And because of perspective, it becomes smaller as we go off into the distance, which is correct. That's correct. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, that's correct. This to this in 100 yards. Yeah, fair enough. What's the problem? You had a 1 meter size ball and it turned into, for the eye, it turned into a tennis ball or something. At that distance, at 100 meters, so what? And that tennis ball will be a size of a 1 meter ball again if you use a telescope. What's your problem? I don't get it. We are using telescopes to look at these stars. The ones that we can't see with the naked eye, we use telescopes. And also, these suns are not the size of a 1 meter ball. They're much bigger. So yes, a lot of them you can see with the naked eye. And they're also very bright, by the way. Well, yes. What's next? We know about our sun with stars and planets is nothing more than they are lights in the sky. But they are lights in the sky. What's your problem? Question. How do we see the sun the size that it is? Answer. It's small and local. Yes, well, it could be small and local from the point of view of logic and reasoning. Then what would be holding it up? Everything falls to the ground, falls to the earth. What would be holding your light if it is some kind of light? What's holding it up? There you go. If it's small and local, it should be falling down. Is it being held up by a string? What's the string attached to? That's what I'd like to know. What's the string attached to? Yes, answer that question. Sun, moon, and planets all travel on a beautiful flat Earth. Yeah, okay. Boy, oh boy. You guys are totally off the planet. Anyway, that's my video. Thank you for your attention.
I think it's all hands on deck to the flat Earth.